All right. Hello, everybody. My name is John Ferguson. You already know me as a start animator. Welcome to the live stream. I'm also called the Wardrobe Gnome, and luckily for you, I am completely ready. It's a little bit of a delay, only 2 minutes, but I think we'll survive. We'll survive. Luckily for the people who watch this later on, you do not have to worry a bit. Let's start off with thanks for all the subscribers. Last 2 subscribers came from the live stream, so thank you so much. Oh, it's gonna be. Don't worry, it's gonna be the rant in the beginning here, and it's going to happen. And if this is the boring part, just go on through until I start talking about animation again. So yeah, no, we have gotten some subscribers. Thank you so much for that. And furthermore, it's that I have also seen, which is sort of like the nice comparison, going like, oh, I get subscribers. Oh, not many people are watching the live streams, and not many people are watching the animation tests I'm leaving out. It could be, it could not be. And it's a give and take. And again, it's just a fun fact I like to just like point out, going like, oh, people actually enjoy this. It's nice that they are subscribing, and also not many people are watching this. Doesn't really make sense in my head. But 3 subscribers we have gotten, so thank you so much for that. And it has been a lovely, lovely day. I was out having a walk for like 2.5 hours with a friend of mine. It was so fun. We did a secret mission, putting up posters for her upcoming event. And that was really nice, to just stroll out and see the sun. Yeah. But again, and also that's why I'm probably a little bit off as well. I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit, mostly my legs. I am. But in any case, that's not a big of a rant in earnest. So please sit down, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy the animation that's going to start very, very soon. Because what we are going to do for the moment is that we are going to, I'm just going to show the other animation, and I'm going to go in details a little bit what we are going to do today. So let's see. I recently again released this fine test animation, and the whole animation in itself it's above what I think. It's really good. What I do need to fix is, number 1, if we can all look, yeah, you can see the hood. It's not that good. I think it's missing a little bit of the natural movement of a hoodie that it should be. So I think that we should I should change that into a better division, not a better division, a better set of movement. Together with that, when she removes the hoodie, it's the arms quite off. I had tested myself standing in front of a mirror, and not only recording myself. I got off the mic. Oh god. No, that was not it. That's the one I wanted to do. We're gonna do that one. Here we go. I do not know when I cut it off. I was gonna change. So we're gonna change the hoodie, make it more natural moving, not look like it is a gigantic flag. And then we're going to change how she is removing the hoodie. I was standing in front of the mirror, and I tried to make it as natural as possible, take off my own hoodie, and I realized that, yeah, the shoulder should be in front of the body and not on the side. And that's what we do. We experiment, we try things out, and then we realize what we need to change. So that's where we are for the moment. So that is the biggest sort of changes that we are going to sit ourselves down and do tonight. I do not know how long this will take. It has taken sometimes between an hour, 2 hours of animation, and sometimes just fewer. But again, this is just for a month, and we only have 3 more days to do it. We have Wednesday next week, we have Sunday next week, and we have Wednesday next week. That is the finishing. So I have 2 more weeks of just trying to finish this one off until I start a new one. And if I start a new one, I like to see if I can get some comments on this one. If you have come this far, I like to see if you can have come up with some ideas, because else I have an idea that I want to do. I have 2 ideas that I want to do. I might share them before the end of next week, if no other comments are coming up. But else, if you have any other ideas, please share. This is a community of creativity, where we sit down and we discuss and we come up with stuff that is fun. My chair is completely and utterly useless, and it's continued to make bunch of noises. Oh, maybe this is why I don't get I get subscribers going like, oh, we just want him to stop. Oh no, oh no, that's not gonna happen. In any case, let's jump in, shall we? So again, we have the animation over here. Obviously the light is all over the place, but this is what I'm absolutely talking about. We saw in the animation as well. Also gonna take my cup of coffee. I'm gonna make some later on as well, during the break. So this one is all right, but as soon as that shoulder is moving to the side, it's when it becomes a problem. I do not know where I got the idea from, but again, and I did it live as well. I can easily look back and see where I did a mistake. But again, this is what animation is. It's trial and error, and then you find a perfect animation that you want to show. And also we are going to do this robotic face as well. I have a new concept and sketch idea, but this is where we are going to begin. So let's start, shall we? Now, as they are pulling this off, I want to still have the hand sort of become sort of tucked in, so the knuckles actually go, so the front of the knuckles, these ones, not these knuckles but the front, and then you have the fingers, front knuckles, to explain it more simply, to go into and then out of. So when we move, we still have this elbow still intact. So this one becomes, so these ones comes out a little bit and the hand catches it. Did I explain it all right? I do not know. We'll see. Which may be explaining why I never was quite happy with the arm either, because it just felt too long. Because this should be where the arm and hand should have been. Just felt too long. But this is what we do, we fix things. Oh yeah, another thing. I recently got re-employed. I work in a theater. And I worked there for quite some time. I'm a theater technician. And that's one of the best jobs I ever had. I love working as a theater technician. Mostly because, number one, I've always been interested in theater. Number two, it's sort of like a movie that you can't replay. You have one shot of doing it perfectly. And together with that, let's see if I can erase a little bit more. So I got a new job at in another theater. They have much more locations, and I'm gonna start working there next month. And that was supposed to be in the beginning, but I might just add it as well in the end, that we will obviously try to what I will try to do is obviously try to pre-warn you, everybody, what's gonna happen. Now the shoulder goes up a bit. And what we're going to think is that the whole first fingers, like these, I need to think. I have a mirror on the other side as well, so I can actually check myself as well. So sometimes you see the shadows on this side when I do when I do my movement, and yeah, just hopefully we can get an understanding to how we're going to do this, because they grab, get in. So we're gonna have the shoulder somewhere about here. And the hand comes here, and we having still the hand on reverse, not reversed, so this is the bottom side. Well, seeing these are the fingers, these ones. So that's, I think, will be a little bit better, and that's, I think this is the best way. Now I'm just adding where everything kind of needs to be. And I'm very annoyed that there are lines still there. This is how we're going to start, and we might just add some animation as well to the hoodie. And this arm kind of gonna stay as well in its place. But the hand is quite small. So we're gonna try to see if we can fix this. Good, a typical square. One knuckle, two knuckle, three knuckles, four knuckles. The bottom hand, as well as the top. And this is very damaged, but looks a little bit better. We'll do one knuckle, two knuckles, three knuckles, and four knuckles. So we can just mark them as well. might add some details as well. While we're still here. Cool. Right. So, I just want to fix this for the moment. Might take a little bit of a while. Where was I? I was talking about something. I talked about that I got myself a job. Hooray! Everyone says. You are employed now. And yeah, it's quite nice. So, I'm going to work. So next month, we all just need to be a little bit patient to see if I can still do these sort of things every Wednesday and Sunday. Because I still hope I can do this, because I've also placed the time quite well. We can still do it on Wednesdays and Sundays, but I just, oh my god, my bloody chair. I just moved the time to 1 hour before call out, which would be instead of 7 o'clock Central European time, I might do it 8 o'clock. This would go mostly, I would say, on then Wednesdays. It would not compel the same, it would not be the same for, what would we say? Would not be the same for Sundays. They will still be at 7 o'clock, just like this. Hey, there was someone watching. Hello. Oh, no, never mind. It was someone watching. I think that's the best thing to say about anything. We did have one of the rarer subscribers who have come in. So also going to do figuring out the shoulder on this one. I used to say before what pencils I'm using, and yes, this is an H2 pen. You can't see it because it's been well used in Father Castell. That's a thing as well to talk about. I have no preferences in pens. I just know that when I use Father Castell, not sponsored, when I use Father Castell specifically, I don't have to worry that much about destroying my own paper. I don't have to worry about we're gonna see if we can do the hand justice here. I do think that's all right. Just gonna ease up on this a little bit. we are going to try to figure out, but this looks a little bit better. To be honest, what I do think that I want to do is take the shoulder down a bit, since the length of here is going to come down here, so the whole arm is sort of going to follow in on itself as well. So we're going to take it down just a tad. Now we obviously need to fix the hands and that sort of continuation. Let us just see. Yes. A bunch of people is calling me and saying hello. We're just gonna throw these ones in. And we are going to feel a little bit. Feels alright or not. I do think it feels already a little bit better. It all depends on how far, since it is acting as an angle. I do wonder if it's going to be further off as well. But I don't feel it that way in the moment. So what we are going to try to do is try to fix up the bodies as well. I'm gonna stay on this one for a little while. And I think I'm going to add another form of animation as well, since we have the head. I do need to feel as well. We need to be here. So we need to just figure out the body as well. Thank God I have this one. This is where the shoulder is. Over here. We still need to be up here. I kind of just want to add that's much better. I like this a little bit better. So we're gonna do it in two ways. We're gonna do halfways to each and every one of these. And I'm going to try to make a little bit of a time shot to this as well. see if we can get it up and running. Now again, she's still robotic, so we can make it quite monotone, but to still act, to make sure that we do it justice, I kind of need to understand where the hand kind of comes from. And I kind of already want it to be sort of over here already. We have movement of the shoulder already. Now I want to see, that's the other form of the head, that's the other one, so it's over here, so we should be somewhere. Just make a halfway point there. So let's see if we can make this one a little bit more justice. Now again, we're moving quite narrower as well, so we want this whole sort of movement to be a little bit higher up, like here. Let's see if we can actually make that a little bit more possibility. Here we also want the eyes to be already start closing. So here they are already shut. It's marking some places, rubbing the mouth. Trying to figure out we are going to do the old two fingers together trick. These two will be visible. Det var bara nja. No, but no. Some people say that fingers are impossible to draw, and I do agree with them. This is not just fair. That's not the perfect fingers. They're not perfect at all, to be honest. But what they are going to do is sell the effect. Right, we're falling into that a little bit. Just. I do not know. I haven't been able to see before if I can come back up to the chat. And I think it all depends on what sort of settings I do. But the last time I did this, I had... So it's waiting, coming up. Yeah, and you know what? I don't think it's impossible. So I want to still have fixed one animation in here as well, so we get that piece. No, but for the last animation, there wasn't during the time as well. It was only one that came in and watched. That's not the issue. The issue is that when I closed it off, it said, "Oh, the chat room. Oh, in the chat there were 4 chat compilations." I do believe it probably was something that YouTube only said, "Oh my God, he's trying to sell something weird. Do not post this. We will kick you." And that's fine. That's absolutely something you should do. I just wish that it said something going like, we had this interaction with this person, and this person wanted to get in contact with your people. You know what, people? Just something I reckon before as well. No, it's just in general. I'm always interested into why some decisions are taken, and mostly so I know what I can do. Not only so you're all are safe as well, because I want this to be a place where no weirdness comes in, because I want this to be a space where everyone can be just as creative as the last person. I've seen such a lovely answer. Sense. Doing? People are contacting me like it was just people sending me tweets and TikToks. Our face here coming up here. Somewhere about there. And let them here, there, so somewhere about there. And I kind of want to put the sort of head in already. Well, is to have their eyes already open. Just start looking. So I think it would just look quite cool. Be mad now, be mad. Be mad at the world. want to see how this looks and feels. Obviously, I can run this through again later on. We'll see how it looks when I run the... And again, I might need to do this over and over again. You know what? It doesn't look that half bad. Trying to follow if I think the shoulder should be any different. Like... This is quite all right, I think. So we might go on just for a tiny moment as well. Gonna need to take away the arrows. But I do feel it doesn't look that out of place. I'm trying to find if I can. Doesn't look that bad. I like this one much better. And this is what we're going to do. I'm gonna brew myself a new cup of coffee because the other one has gone stale. And we are going to take... What's the time? What is the time for brewing new coffee? Probably 10 minutes. Just gonna make myself 2 cups. So, we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Probably 12-minute break. And a break. That was an interesting voice. And I also have some chocolate. That might ruin my voice. Oh, I wanted some chocolate today. But we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to return to this one. We're going to fix it up a little bit and clean it out. So we have something. We're probably going to see if we can fix the face as well. But we'll start from there. And yeah. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Alright, not really a 10-minute break, but at least 10 minutes, because I wanted at least the coffee boiler to, or the coffee machine more or less, to stop making all that racket. But I have a fresh, nice, warm cup of coffee. The essence of any artist. People will mention as well that but you're British as well, going, yeah, like, yes, I am. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start with this one. And what I want to do is to erase just a tiny bit. And I want to see if I can still... follow these lines and really fix up the shoulders as well, because I want it to be quite much more alright. And as well, there is this scarf that is hanging from here. Hoodie comes over, But we are going to make it a little bit more robotic. Call me Dr. Robotnik. So I'm gonna take forward this one. So I do not want too much away. And just like before. Now what's gonna happen as well is that through the fantastic scene of animation, I'm actually gonna take this one as well. Just erase the eye just slightly. Through the lovely use of animation, this part is gonna be encased in shadow. So all of this is going to be a little bit more shady. Just adding that in. Just gonna mention as well, to just point something here. Or go dark. Thank God I'm the only one who needs to understand what I'm spelling. But I need to have something to follow. So again, the eye is going to come in here. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 edged lines. And 1, 2, 3. Now, why am I doing it? I'm doing this because I want to be able to recreate this over and over and over and over and over again. So doing this is the sort of thing that works better in when it comes to anime and when it comes to doing its traditional animation. In traditional animation, you want to keep it as simple as possible so you can repeat that action over and over and over again, something in the face or something. When they did 101 Dalmatians, they had the biggest issue of everyone trying to make everything look like okay. And not everything look okay, it's more or less that everything needed to look a specific way. And when it came to the spots, and this is something I learned for, you can absolutely find this. I had something called a chart called like animation examples. In there, they're all Disney tricks and that sort of thing. I used to watch them religiously because I always loved watching behind the scenes. This is also why I do these sort of things, because I think these things are funny. Or I enjoy them because seeing the whole process behind something, it's quite endearing. And I do just want to add an eye like this. So this, to explain it once again, shade. Now this is not going to be revealed when they're having their hoodie on. This hoodie. So it's gonna be that part being disappeared. Disappear. But let's see if we can actually fix some of the face, because that's the one I want to try to fix in a moment. So I did this. And I'm just gonna go piece by piece right now. And then we're gonna probably in the end fall back to doing I do like, shall we see? So that's the one I'm trying to like figure out. This line, this, coming over here, and our head actually moves to the side and down instead. So I just want to find the right angles to make it. It doesn't need to, but it's good for guides. Trying to figure this one out. That's much better. That makes more sense. Just trying to I need to clean my table so bad later. That there, and that there. concentrating like a motherfucker. Ha! We're still going to use sort of the not that violently. Gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. This is what I mean with that. We'll just try to be an easy fix. Going up here 1, it's going down here 1, it's going up 1, it's going down here. So that's much better. I want to have the actual edged right there. As good as we can possibly do it. With a skill set that I have. I don't like the mouth, but I think we have to like such. I get gonna fix the. I just wanna have the hood kind of want it to be. I won't fix the eye too. This side is still encased in shadow. Shadow. I do think I want to fix this face just a tiny bit, but we can use this as a reference to kind of need the hood to be. Sort of fun to just have one shut eye and then just one eye just going like staring like you like Sauron. trying to do the nose a little bit more justice. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, and I have sort of in this I have like a little bit over this line, and since that is bending, I want this to be bent as well, so we can get all that into the shot. And I want the do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's much nicer. I had no problem with this eye, I think. That's alright. Do I need to sharpen this pencil? I probably do. Just hold on a second. Have a little coffee break. Oh, delicious. Thank God I'm close in my kitchen. Just gonna sharpen my pencil over the sink. Can't tell me what to do, it's my kitchen. The weird thing about adulthood is that all the things that you weren't allowed to do when you were a kid, you obviously do now, more than anything else in the world. And the only other person that you're pissing off is yourself. We are still gonna be down here with this one. Or maybe not piss off. Obviously, the only one you piss off yourself going like, I have to take care of this later on. Before that, you had a mom or a dad who came and just said, don't do this, please, because we are the ones who picked it shit up. And you're right, Mum. I never did. Of course, now, who am I kidding? Of course I did. Wasn't a godchild anywhere. Very big lips, but we will course correct this. still having some of the mouth and cheeks still there, so I have some other form of references as well to sort of follow. I think what is the problem is that I have the bottom lip really showing, that's why. I don't like the bottom lip because then it really looks like it's puckering up. Pucker up! I'm just noticing something that I want to do with this, is that it being tucked. I want this bottom one to still stay, but since it is all the way out here, I want this to start going in. One. Oh, someone there. Hello. Nice catch. Yep. Hello again. This is harder than it looks. I'd just like to add. I wish it was simpler. I've decided to, but again, this is what we do. We do the hard stuff to learn something from it. To do the tricky part is the easiest part. There's someone in the chat, if someone later on watches this. I'm not gonna forget that too. We're just gonna shade these parts in as well. Simple shading, so I can capture the animation later on. And it's the part of the hoodie to just go through like such. We are going to do the same thing, and I also realized that this nose is not making any justice, but someone new. So we see absolutely the sound of paper going back and forth is really the amazing part. Let's see. I'm animating my own project at the same time as you are. That's cool. That's nice to hear. When it's 11. Oh, that's good. Are you animating in 12 frames per second, or are you animating in 24 frames, or are you animating in 30 frames per second? Oh, sound clipping thing. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's really cool. For this moment, to make it easier for me, I'm making this in 12 frames per second. So I do not have... It's easier for me to think in 12 frames per second. And then I can either add or take away frames as I like to. I used to do 24 frames per second, but then I realized that I also do not have the time to do it. So instead, I do everything for the moment in 12 frames per second. And it's like the minimum of doing frames for animation. So I consider, as I know it to be. Make this eye a little bit more oval. Maybe go back to it later on as well. The hardest part is to just capture how bloody works. Thank God for this hand coming in the way, then I don't have to draw that much. Now she's gonna look up. That's gonna be the coolest part, because now the hoodie is gonna fall back. Oh no, you disappeared. For anybody that was tuned, they have been with me for quite some time now. Toon Roger, I think he has a secondary channel as well. He followed me twice. I'm 10 frames per second. That's 2 frames short. You can absolutely. Is it because of the app that you have a distance that you have only can do 10 frames per second? It's again, anyone can do it whatever they like to. I just been taught, and together with things that I've read and that sort of thing, is that it always comes down to the minimum of frames that you can see is 12 frames per second. So whatever floats your boat, go ahead, do creative stuff. That's the point. I'm just surprised that it is 10 frames per second instead of being the traditional, or in quote unquote universal 12 frames per second. And again, it could be also a GIF. I do not know what format are you doing it in? Are you doing it as a GIF or as an animation short or as a reel. That all depends, really. Now, obviously, I think we are... Yeah, I thought you answered that correctly. You answered that correctly. Thank you. No, it's because of the app. That's cool. Because that always... I don't know that many apps that helps with... Because I'm also trying to do... I used to do like traditional... Like a long time ago. I don't think I like this face. Since they're going up. But I think they're stretching out so much. I'm gonna try to see if I can fix this. I don't know an app that helps to do do good animation. I also, this is the point, I'm doing most of my 2D animation, not 2D animation, I'm doing most of, like the 2D animation I do on paper. That's not a question about it. They are rising up, so I want to capture that rise much better. It seems like we're trying to do it like that. Yeah, that's true. Less frames means just less less work to do. Soon enough, you will just do a painting. No, again, I'm glad you're finding apps that can help you. A little bit of coffee break. And I want the head to be showing. I do not know what sort of hairstyle I should make on this as well. It all depends what sort of time I have left to do this animation on. That feels much better. All right, cool. So, center, 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 center. There you go. Now we're gonna show off the face. So, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. And also learn and read is quite big because again I follow like other tutorials on YouTube. I have books the same as I read. The format allows see half the size, less than 10. Yeah, this one, this animation paper is actually the thinnest one as I can find for a good price, because again I want to see, you can kind of see what's semi behind it, which helps, and doesn't matter how hard you draw, you can kind of still see where that eye is, which is here, then they're gonna go up. Worry about, so we can kind of follow the same sort of outline. And then we have this eye too, and I know thinner paper as well, but they are quite big, and I own this light board as well, is only made for A4 paper, so this sort of paper is just, I think it's 60 grams. It's not that thick, but it's really perfect because it's still durable. I don't think it's even 60 grams. What is it? It's less. I think I've told this before even. I'm trying not to force this too much. And we're going to do just the lip. Oh, now they're gonna be not a mild. I think it's okay. We'll see later on when I do. I'm not doing the nose any justice as well, but we can always go back and fix this. Thank you for joining, by the way. It's always nice to have someone to talk to during these. Else I just have myself to talk to, and that's even I go insane. Even I go insane. I'm gonna read that one in just a moment. We'll see. I do always feel like this is semi-big, but I might just save it as well. Maybe it's because I have put I'm just trying to fix this. I'm just going to read it as soon as I am in peace with this eye. I like to see what people write. So be patient. It does. Of course, it looks off. Why does it look off? Because it is not in the frame that I want it to be. Do it something like that. Oh, no, I remember. I'm not stupid. It's because I have forgotten that this is a little bit taller. I was a little bit taller. There you go, much better. Now I like that one much better. No, I'm not that mad. We're also going to... We'll see later on when I run through the animation as well. But I do also think that we are needing to go up there a little bit. So I'm just going to take away this guideline. Know where the chin needs to be. Because the chin is just going below the nose. I want this jawline to be visible here. The eye socket to show. Let us see, what did you write? Yeah, I understand. This is basically just a character from a long time ago. We had a project. We still have a project that is still going on. We're still working on the manuscript. We're still working on like set design, and the way that I always enjoy to do is to do some character designs. So this is a character design on one that it's called Unhuman, basically a half machine and half robot, and they have a blasted scar in one of their faces. So this is, and to explain to you, no, it's an eyebrow, not a scar on top of here. Good catch point. But yes, that's why I don't like that mouth. It feels, it's kicking off way too much. Way too violently, way too early. That's much better. I like that boundary. And this character is just a concept design of how you can do it. And I have another concept design that I'm gonna do next month. Like again, I will finish this in this month, and then I will go through another one. And maybe I come back to this one, maybe I don't. But I have until Wednesday next week to kind of be finished with the concept. This is not for anybody else apart from me and the group that I have, because I like to keep myself a little bit busy, and I just got in newly employed. Hooray! Need to learn how to speak, and we are going to take away this because I just wanted to have a face before. And also, yeah, the hand. You should see it before. It was just dreadful. It didn't work. I didn't like it whatsoever. This is why. But that's also what we do. We try out a thing. We show it in a reel or a test animation. And I'm not afraid of showing that stuff off. Because once again, if we just show the best of us, none of us learn anything, really. What I always enjoy to do is to show the process of all these other things that went wrong, and we continue on doing it, and we try something new. We tried something else. We changed this arm this way, and this is kind of what we do. This is what all of this is also about. This is for me to continue doing animation and to learn and to do and to just sit myself and try to figure out what works for me when it comes to animation. Wow, that was a nice cup of coffee. Here to there to there. To here. To there to there to there. And now we're just trying to mark it all up. Exactly. You cannot join this group. We are not online. We're a bunch of people. And these are my friends. I've been friends with them since a long time. And we came up with this idea and it's changed names a bunch. So when we're doing this, we are taking our time of really making sure that we are on the right track. And it's gonna be episodic. That's the first thing. So this is not a place for the moment that people can come and join, because we need to figure out what the fuck are we doing. But also in the sense of I'm glad that people are, especially some people are absolutely interested in understanding and being a part of that, because we do have a creative team, but we still do it not as frequently. I am the one who does this very frequently. I am the one who comes up with skills and animation. I have people that I go to for concept art and ideas. I go to another person to kind of jubble about the manuscript that we have online, that we share like in a file. So there is no other animator. There is, to explain it, there is no other animator apart from me. So if you want to join the group, here we are. Congratulations, you're in the group. I'm very lonesome. Yeah, but that's the sort of thing that we kind of do. Oh, I don't not know if that was the answer that you were looking for, but it's the truth. I have another person which is again semi-artist. She stopped for a while ago, but she is creative and she drew a lot and was this sort of secondary mentor when it came to doing helping me finding my art style. And she was not the one that got me into animation, but she is the one that got me some damn good inspiration to continue drawing. All right. So this is basically what we have for the moment. Now we will absolutely go through bits and bobs about this. This is what we started with. Look at that face. So encased in shadow, and as soon as the hood is coming off, the face reveals. Still trying to figure out what sort of hair we should have. It's kind of like if it were shorted. And again, maybe I don't do hairs because it takes time. But yeah. for Disney might go back to hand-drawn. I don't think so. Due to corporations and due to a lot of, I would say, due to a lot of corporation people thinking that 2D animation isn't long gone art, and even though it isn't, I do completely not agree that it is not gone. It is something that is still. When someone says it's 2D animated, I always will go and watch it because I know there is people behind it. It's more difficult for me to go and watch. Oh, it was 3D animated. It still is, even though it's a person behind it. And do more things now, especially when AI is coming about. We have a situation where I'm always hesitant to watch 3D animation because they just either they throw in some AI thing later on because it's going to save money, and that's in the end that's going to be the most, because again that's going to be the most things that Disney's going to focus on. It's that they rather fire a bunch of people to have some computers to fix some good stories than to pay 10 good animators a decent salary and to pay a good storyboard artists to come up with a missing story. And I don't think we're gonna see it. I think that is rumored to be, but no, I have a really difficult thing to see. I hope you're right, because that is something that really Disney is founded upon and should still be founded upon, is that a bunch of people sitting down with pens and paper and drawing and doing stories that everyone can enjoy. I really miss that, and sort of the 90s became that sort of miniature era, for me at least, that was the final one. Was Mulan, it was Treasure Planet, it was Atlantis, still the adventure stuff. And I do really believe that if that came about, it really would be like awesome, because we really need that as people. We don't need AI slop, we don't need computer stuff, because it is so self-going that it, after a while, it's not even fun. This is why I always love hand-drawn animation, because no one else can do it. Yeah, thank you for the thank you. And again, it all depends what I end up doing. Hey, listen, I'm gonna take a short break. But when I come back, I actually do have the hoodie that we need to fix, because the animation that I went through as well was just, it felt like a flag. So I'm gonna be gone for like, you know what, 10 minutes. And this is for everybody else as well who watched this later on. We're gonna take a short break for 10 minutes so I can run up and stretch my legs, because again I'm in my kitchen. And we're gonna fix that. We're gonna do this later on. Okay. Let us see. Yeah, good. Resist the AI. Yeah, absolutely. Right, I'm gonna take a 10-minute break, and either I see you back here soon, I see some people back here soon, and we'll finish this hoodie stuff. Coolio. See you soon. And we are back. It wasn't 10 minutes, I think. I should really get a timer. I do not know if there is someone on this program that can do it on OBS. I haven't found it. If anybody actually knows this, it would be awesome. Yeah. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this by fixing the cloak animation, and that will be it. That will what we will start doing. So, and again, what is the problem? What is the problem? The problem is that when I run the animation, you can see it as well. It will be in the end of this video. That we'll do it completely like this. Is that it feels so much like a flag. So I need to think differently. Differently, I mean I need to make the flag animation be less flaggy. Maybe we'll add some more animation to this as well. But that's the last thing we're gonna do tonight. This might be short, it might be long, but that is it. So let's start. We're not going to do anything with this one. This is a start key animation. And I like this one. But what we are going to do, it's going to take this away. What is the issue is that I think that I'm going to first of all take away this part of the animation. I'm also using the wrong bloody eraser. Gonna take this one instead. Little lovely. And thank you all. Thank you, Toon Roger, to sitting down and talk. And this is what I like. Absolutely. If there's anyone watching right now, later on in the video, please always understand. I always enjoy sitting down with other creative people, talking about animation, doing animation. Either you can do animation together with me and you can show it later on. You can always post it in the comments so I can go and have a look. See, I'm gonna throw in good work and that sort of thing. I'm not gonna be judgmental about what you do, because that would mean other people would be judgmental about my stuff. And creativity doesn't come from negativity. It comes from positivity, and it comes from helping. And there's a difference from helping to saying something just negative and just saying that doesn't look good, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. Instead, always think, at least what I do, is to always think a little bit of, if you want to help people, the best way to do it the best way I always recommend doing it is to be supportive and help by simply saying that you should look this up. Just take a look and take a look over. It looks good. You are on a good way to where you need to be. So what I do think I need to do is that this is too much of I'm actually going to think like this. It's going to be several other, so we have key 1. Oh no, oh my god, it's a 1, not a 2, all the way from 4. It's these 4 keys that we have, and we have 1, 2, 3 keys. A 2 and 3, Jesus Christ, I need to learn. So we're just gonna have those, and a little bit in between from the 2 and the 3, so it really goes back, sort of holds out and goes slowly. But let us start with actually still having that edged. And sort of move it just to here. And have so we only have like the top part still being affected by the whole animation, keeping it quite we're gonna keep this one. It's going on the sides. And again, if I were doing a flag, that would be looking really awesome, but I don't want it to be a flag. I want it to be kind of thick. A thick. This is key 3, and we're gonna return back. Just return out of back. All right. This might go into a little bit of a wave, just such. Returning to this, but I want it to kind of fall back already in the same position. That's good. That's good. Wah. Much better. I didn't see you writing hello. I was in my I was in the mode. I don't know. I have a good, like, it's been translated right now to my language, a language I understand. So I reading it in my language, and then I get it different. Then I need to translate it, but again, translation is part of my thing for being a former teacher. So we have key 1 and we have key 2. So we are going to put this right there, and this is gonna be, we're just gonna do 1/1/2. I don't know what I do. I always feel like when I do the ones, it's actually just gonna be the but I do these like a Z or a 2. That annoys me. I think annoys me more to it annoys me more that I know that I'm doing it, apart from, you know, not giving a shite. Okay, cool. Got a little insight in what you do. That's great. I have no good, like, digital programs. The only thing I have is like Sketchbook on my phone, which I do my 2D digital art. But it's always nice to see that other people are having examples. What was it? 6-2 Blackwing. Tumbo 6F. They are not with screens, right? They are the ones who are that you're having like a platform, you draw and then you look at the screen on top, right? That's where we're going here. there. Yeah. I do not know if you can see all of this. I hope. Or maybe it's the program that you were talking about. But I think those are like not whiteboards, digital boards, I think. I got this light board when I was, Jesus Christ, when did I get it? I got it like a long time ago, and I've been thinking of getting like a walk-on and that sort of stuff, just to do the sort of cell animation that I always wanted to do. Cool, nice. And that one goes up a bit, so we're gonna be here. I do wonder. So let's see, we click these ones out. Return of the land. That feels more robust. That's better. I like it. And now we're gonna return a bit. The frame. First thing I want to look at is the second one. It comes out a bit, so we are going to do such. Now the method I'm using for this one is also called just straight ahead. I have the keyframes in between, but so we are above here, there, and then about there and there, so we need to be about here. Are you following along? You're following along. make this one better. Coolio. I'm just trying to get all these things where they need to be. Now I would put this on another frame, another layer, and make this, and maybe I do it later on. It maybe would be cool. As the last thing I would do is maybe I would do 2D, I would do a painted version. I used to do cell animation. Used to, in big quotes. I did it once. I thought that I always wanted to know how it was to do one. I'm happy that I did. And this is the 2 between 4. 2 between 3 for fuck's sake. So enough micro changes to be sort of noticeable. Okay, cool. Oh, I understand. We're not gonna have that nudge there. We're gonna have this nudge a little bit cool. I don't know if you're still watching. It doesn't say on my Steam that you are. Watching together with you is none. Chat frequency is 1, but 4 have visited. Yay! Like again, gotten some subscribers with this. I got the recommendation as well to say you should start another channel, restart all this, and lose all my progress. I said, no way. I like this channel, and its channel shall stay. Now there is no issue or problem if this hood moves about, because again it's in the wind, that's what I'm thinking. And the small interruptions makes it look a little bit like something is happening. Like it's continuously a movement. When everyone heard you. Da, da, da. We got it much better. I'm really liking this. And I do think want to kind of look at the last one. No, I want to look. I'm forgetting I'm looking at the fourth key. So we're starting to go down a bit here. Me understand where everything needs to be between and 4. Okay, let's have all of these ones corrected. It's much lighter, so we are going to try this one out as well. I am going to put it up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanted to disturb it just a tiny bit, and I think we got it. That's much better. And together with the greases as well, it seems like it's gonna be a good, like, function movement as well. I believe in this. I really do. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, everybody. This is it. The final chapter. We have done this for now 3 hours. That's very good. As again, everything here will be edited. If you're watching this later on, we will just jump back to this chapter over here and transition. Right. I'm not gonna make the same mistake of pressing the wrong button again. No, but we got a long way, so we have figured it out, I think, with the arm. We will see what the reel will get us, and we will go from there. We have 2 more days of doing this, and the final day will be on Wednesday next week, and then we will do another form of animation. If you have any ideas, I will send it out to everyone else out on in the community as well. If you are subscribed, then you can absolutely see it. But if you have any ideas for the next time, which would you like to see? I have 2 more ideas. I have one for the channel in itself. The waiting screen I want to change. Instead of a picture frame, it's some sort of fun little like animation that goes on. I had one before with one of my OCs that's gonna be in between. I might go back to doing that one and fixing up that. or I do another form of action scene together with this project that we are doing. The project doesn't have a name. We called it Babylon. Yeah, I think that it's either gonna be another action scene, and it's gonna be cool action scene with someone being slammed into a wall and the machine roars at them. At least that's the thought. It's gonna be one nice segment. It's gonna be a little bit more actiony, and the other one is gonna be for the channel. So it all depends on you. I will sew it up as well on the end of this very show and send it out to the community. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for joining and talking to me as well. I always enjoy it. If you like this, please give it a like. Why don't you subscribe like 3 other people have done? Mistaked. No, but like and subscribe and show it to other people as well who believes in or likes 2D animation or animation and sitting and talking to another artist. But above all, ladies and gentlemen, keep on drawing. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, good night, or good morning.